Why do you set such a high priority educating others to change perceptions about model minority Asian American communities?
You know, it's interesting because I've had an African American friend of mine say to me, well, what's so wrong with being a model minority? I'd love to have my community stereotyped as being hardworking, studious, successful. And, and I thought about that. And I think, and my answer was really that, that may be a nice stereotype, but it's a stereotype. And as we all know, stereotypes do not reflect the full picture and even the majority of what's going on. It's only certain certain individuals, and it's true that there are many successful children of Asian immigrants who immediately catapult into the Ivy League and go on to have these spectacular careers. And yes, those stories exist, but the other side of the coin is that many of those children of immigrants who are working 24 hours in a green grocery store or whatever, they're not getting supervised at home. They're not getting guidance. They're joining gangs, or they're having issues that many adolescents would have anyway, and then it's compounded by language and by cultural isolation and by just lack of parental involvement. I mean, there's many issues in the Asian communities that don't get told because they are just sort of crowded out by this model minority myth, and we really do have to insist that it is a myth. And so if it just ended there, I think it would just be sad. But it really becomes tragic when, because of these myths, that that resources do not get into the community because people are not aware of the real critical needs that are out there. And so I think that's why I feel so strongly about raising awareness about and really sort of battling down some of these stereotypic ideas and myths. The toxic quality of these stereotypes also is that it can be very divisive, in the sense that when policymakers or others who don't really delve into the specifics can just point to the Asian American community and say they're doing it, they're all doing fine, then it sort of makes the implicit question, why aren't you other communities doing as well as the Asians? And then it kind of creates a backlash, and it's just not a positive or constructive kind of a dynamic that's created.